That one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it. And if you do, just have it in the GC. Press X, you faggot.
I hate this channel.
No! Be live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Nathan But Net episode 8, where my Bucks are officially NBA champions. Let's go. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this episode's gonna be a bit of a shorter one. Usually the episodes are about an hour. I don't know how long this one will be, because a lot less topics to talk about. But let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So, first off, we'll just, I guess, talk about the Bucks Suns again. I know I usually always start off with Bucks Suns, but now the championship's over, so this is the last time you have to hear me talk about it. That is until my merch comes in, because I did order a lot of Bucks championship merchandise, so y'all will be hearing about it again once that stuff gets delivered, but for right now, this is the last time I'm going to talk about the Bucks Suns. So, yeah, the Bucks are officially NBA champions. It feels good. Middleton finally decided to turn it on, and can we talk for a minute just about like Drew Holiday's defense game? Like, Drew Holiday's defense is what won us the championship, because if we look at I forget if it was 2019 or 2020, we had a really good chance to get to the finals that year too, but we couldn't play defense. And this year we actually decided to play defense. We had Drew Holiday, and that made the difference for us. Like, Drew Holiday got the steals, Giannis got the blocks. Like, they learned how to transition to defense, which is something they didn't do the last couple of years. So, yeah, it's good to see that they're finally learning from their mistakes and putting in the work for it. And Mike, you may have gotten us a championship, but I still wouldn't count on having a job next year. Again, I said this before in a previous episode, but how are you going to tell your team play random in the first game of the NBA Finals? Like, it's the NBA Finals. You don't play random. You need a plan of attack. And then also your starting lineups, like, I've said this like so many times already, so I'm not going to go into it again. But just to repeat something I've already said, like, put Giannis at the 5, put Bobby Portis in at the 4, and put Brook Lopez on the bench. And that's all I got to say. Like, come on. But can we talk for a second about, like, the refs? Like, even though we won, so like I won't complain about the refs too much, because like everybody's gonna be like, why are you complaining when you won? But still, like, it was Bucks refs for game 5 and game 6. Like, game 5, Devin Booker had like 10 fouls or something like that. It was insane, and he was still playing. And then we go to game 6, where the Bucks can take the championship, and they're calling goaltending on like almost every single basket in the first quarter. And then by the second quarter and the half, like, they stopped doing that, which was good. But like, Brook Lopez had an alley-oop. They called it goaltending. Then Giannis gets a block where it clearly hit the backboard, and they called that goaltending. Then you have the opposite, where the Suns are literally pulling down on the net and they don't call that goaltending. I just don't understand it. Like, again, I can't show the clips because they're NBA copyrighted, but go watch Game 6 if you can get a recording of it somewhere. I know, like, if you have Hulu, if you have it set up, will, like, record live sports for you so you can watch them later. Like, I don't know what some of the calls in Game 6 were. It was nuts. But the Bucks are officially NBA champions. So, yes, I am very, very happy about that. I'm upset. Fernando's in the chat. What's up, man? Jalen Green or Evan Mobley? Evan Mobley. We're going to get into that later. I'm upset that Thanius didn't get to be there with Giannis for the championship, because, like, that was, like, the moment, like, all three Antetokounmpo brothers became champions, and, like, he didn't get to be there because of the fucking COVID rules, so that's kind of upsetting, but, rules are rules, so it is what it is. And then Giannis got the Finals MVP. I know people were saying, like, it's between him and Middleton, and I was like, dude, no way. Like, if we win, it's Giannis, no questions asked. Like, I don't even know why people were putting Middleton in the debate. That's not to say Middleton was bad, but Giannis wanted it Game 1 and Game 2, and it seemed like Middleton and Drew Holiday didn't want it Game 1 and Game 2, and he was dropping 40 every single night. And then Adam Silver came on whenever he announced the Finals MVP, and even Adam Silver was like, Giannis played through injury, and he's already a 2-time MVP, so might as well give him the Finals MVP. Giannis was gonna win the Finals MVP, no questions asked. So, Fernando, is the volume okay, by the way? I didn't get to sound check earlier because I was running late, but is the sound good? Hopefully you're still in the chat. Alright, I don't know if Fernando's still in here, but we'll go ahead and hop into the U.S. Olympics. So, I said in the last podcast episode, I said, sound is clear, I can hear you well. Okay, thank you. I said in the last episode that the U.S. Olympics, like, Fernando, if you want, you can hop in here too, man. Just let me know. Since, like, you're obviously watching it, so, like, if you're free, we can hop on Discord. But just let me know. We had said in the U.S. I had said the U.S. losing exhibitions didn't mean anything because I thought they were conserving their energy, and I did phrase it saying I could be proven wrong, and it seems I was proven wrong. So, U.S. lost against France, and I don't know how well they're going to keep doing. I think they might start losing more after seeing them lose against France, but I think the reason is clear. Aside from not having key players like LeBron or whoever you want to say like should be on the U.S. team, there's also, and I've talked about this like when me and Fernando were still doing the show together, like back when the podcast was still called Plus 71. I said people underestimate the importance of team chemistry, and that's why it's a stat in like 2K19. Like, you have to keep your team chemistry up, because if you don't have team chemistry, then what are you gonna do? I forget which player it was. I can maybe look it up real quick. But there's even a quote from one of the French players that asked him, like, what do you think you did? What do you think you did well to win? And he said something like, they're great individuals, but not a great team. And that explains it perfectly. Let me see if I can find it. I'll hop on, but I'll only be able to be on for 20 minutes. That's fine, man. Here, let me load it up. It seems like Fernando's going to hop on to talk to us for a couple minutes, so that'll be exciting.
Here comes a new challenger!
What's up? You actually have a working mic this time.
Yeah, I got the AirPods in. Man, those finals, man, I had to give it. I knew that you were gonna be hyped once Giannis put up 50 points.
Yeah. Here, hang on. I'm still trying to get Discord up. Oh yeah, I had a surprise for you, by the way, that I didn't get to show you, cause I made this, and then you, and then like we made the decision that like, what's it called?
To rebrand, yeah.
Yeah, but this was what's it called? I made this for you. For whenever we're on Discord.
And the draft, man, this Thursday. I'm excited.
Yeah, hopefully you'll be there.
I think I will. But definitely, not gonna lie, excited to see Mexico play.
Yeah. And this one is mine. Alright, so I was talking about most recently. And do you got webcam or no? If not, it's fine. It's whatever.
I'm cleaning my room right now.
Oh, okay.
But I wanted to, once I saw the notification, I'm like, I gotta hop on.
Yeah. So what I was talking about right now was the US Olympics losing, and I was talking about I was talking about the importance of team chemistry. So I'm trying to pull up the quote by that one player.
My question is that you had I know that you actually got one of your first players to go on the Olympics. You Keldon Johnson.
Keldon Johnson, yeah, he's playing. So the quote was from Evan Fournier, I think is how you pronounce it, and he said they are better individually, but they can be beaten as a team, and I agree with that. It goes with the importance of team chemistry. Like Kevin Durant was fucking yelling at, who was it? Bam Adebayo, I think.
Oh yeah, for the ball.
Yeah, and then you got Devin Booker on a plane to go play with Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton, like the guys that literally just beat him in the finals like a couple days ago. Like, it's just not gonna work, man. You gotta have players that like work well together. You know, if y'all like all have beef with each other, it's just not gonna work. And
the COVID protocols made it hard too. You lost out on Bradley Beal and Kevin Love, so you lost a bit of chemistry there.
yeah.
And what even makes me mad is that you had Christian Wood there. You had Christian Wood. You had some other.
Oh, here he goes with the Rockets.
You picked JaVale McGee. That stays messing with me.
Yeah, I know what you're saying though, like because it's the same thing with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Colin Sexton and who's the other guy? Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton and them are like beefing like constantly on the Cavaliers because they're both basically point guards, but one of them has to play point guard and the other has to play shooting guard, and neither one of them like it. Yeah. And so like it's causing a bunch of beef, and so the team isn't winning because they can't pass the ball like efficiently or like make plays efficiently because, you know.
That's another reason why the Rockets kind of lost when they had Harden and Westbrook. It was only one ball on the court.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me too, because I actually really like Colin Sexton. I think his defense is amazing. But if decide between him and Garland, I guess you go with Garland. Younger, more of a point guard.
Oh my god, I had desktop audio muted this entire time. But it's whatever. We were talking about... Yeah, it's coming through now. Oh man, that sucks. I'll just paraphrase what Fernando said. We were talking about U.S. Olympics, and he was just agreeing with me on like the teammate chemistry, and he was talking about like how he said, "How do you not have Christian Wood on the team?" And then we were talking about like the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then yeah.
Yeah, I'll be out there in the bench and you get this stuff done.
That's really all I have on that. Is like I think people just. You good? Oh, he's muted. All right. That's really all I got on the importance of team chemistry. I just think people like underestimate it, and teammate chemistry is way more important than like people think. Yeah, it's like if your teammates don't work well together, then how do you expect it to work? And real quick, I just want to make the announcement too that the episode next Sunday. So like I've said before, that I'm gonna try and do these every Sunday at noon live on Twitch, then upload the video to YouTube, and then everything else will be audio. But the episode on Sunday, August 1st, isn't going to be live on Twitch. It'll just be uploaded as video on YouTube. And then I'll try and figure out a way to make it audio, but it may be kind of weird because a lot of it will have to do with video. And that's because...
Sorry, man, about that. I'm back.
Nah, you're good, bro.
I've been listening to everything.
Yeah. So August 1st is actually my birthday, guys. So it's gonna be like me taking a bunch of videos for like my birthday and then kind of compiling them together and making that part of the episode, as well as if Fernando or some other people can come on, then
actually, yeah. You know, now that you say that, if you're not busy next weekend, like the entirety of probably like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday,
yeah,
I am free all those days.
Bet.
We can, record something like long this time, something where we can both prepare for it, know what we're going to talk about, and, hop on.
Bet,
it's still going to be Nathan Burnett, but, it's going to be Nathan Burnett featuring your boy Fernando for an episode.
Well, because that's what we said. We had said, like, I had said, like, you're welcome on anytime. It's just we rebranded it that way, like, I could do these, like, individually still every week. So that we aren't waiting, like, because you're a busy guy, and, like, I'm a busy guy.
I'm so inconsistent. So. I hate it, and whenever I am, I'm just, like, either... Yeah. It's just a lot.
But, yeah, the next episode will be, like, me and Fernando are going to try and record something. But a lot of it is going to be, like, videos that, like, have been taken, like, on my phone or whatever. Like, of me doing stuff for my birthday, and then, like, editing those, like, all together in one video, so it won't be live like it is right now. And also, the video I uploaded of the, if y'all are watching this on YouTube, the video I uploaded of the bandwagon, as a joke, that was the guy that was actually supposed to come on last Sunday that I said didn't show up. It's the same guy, and those are all one person. But I showed it to him, and he laughed, and he's cool with it. And he may try and come on the show on Sunday for my birthday as well, but it's not a for sure thing. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'd come on that day, but I know that I'm gonna have something done, and I'm just gonna be groggy. All that day.
Yeah, we can do like you said you're free Friday and Saturday, so we can try and do something. I'll text you my work schedule. So.
All right.
So this is where I know you'll have a lot to say. Draft Thursday, 4 days.
You want to do a quick, your predictions for the top 5 picks?
It's gonna be. I mean, I think it's pretty easy. It's gonna be Cunningham, Green, Mobley, Suggs, and who's the other guy? Kuminga, I think.
Kuminga, Scotty Barnes, Davion Mitchell. Well, because the thing is, apparently,
I think Mitchell will be closer to top 10 than top 5. I think he'll be like 7 or 8.
I heard that the Raptors are actually not sold on Jalen Suggs. That they're actually really considering taking Scotty Barnes.
I could see that, yeah.
Which tells me, because since he's a power forward, it tells me that Siakam's out the door.
Yeah.
He's either going to Golden State or something.
Yeah. Dude, I'm just like, if you go to the Spurs Instagram and look at any post, there's always a top comment that says draft a center. And
yeah,
they like just ignore them. Like, I said it on the most recent post too. I said draft a center for the love of God. And I think they deleted the comment.
Actually, no. The one guy I actually have predicted to go to the Spurs, and it's a guy that I really want, but I don't see the Spurs passing on him.
Yeah.
Is a guy named Kai Jones out of Texas. Solid center, solid shooter, and it's if we take Jalen Green, that's the guy who I want. Next to Christian Wood with picks 23 or 24.
Yeah. Let me plug in my headphones real quick because I'm worried it's echoing.
Nah, I mean, I hear you pretty good, but, might be different.
Yeah, like, I don't know how the stream sounds. The stream, it may be echoing, so I'm just going to plug it in just in case to make sure.
I know other guys, too, that could be there for the Spurs are guys like Greg Brown, JT Thor. He's actually someone who's been shooting up draft boards, and he's actually, I actually really like him. Not only because of his game, but, I mean, his name is actually really cool. It's JT Thor. That might be a jersey I go after, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, he's from UT, and he was born in the Bahamas.
Yeah, Kai Jones.
Ooh, okay, this is from WOIA News. He said, quote, "I had a great time in San Antonio, Texas. Kai Jones enjoys his visit with the Spurs." Yeah.
Super, super solid player who I believe can really fill in that void that LaMarcus Aldridge left behind. He's also versatile. He's
center
a guy that you can
forward.
Put at the 5 or the 4.
Yeah, center forward is 20 years old and listed at 6'11", 221. For the love of God, draft this guy.
I mean, I kind of hope that y'all don't because I really want him.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you cannot go wrong with him. That's a solid pickup.
Why would you want him when you can have, like, Mobley instead?
Because to me, I think that Jalen Green's ceiling is higher than either Cade Cunningham or Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, you saw James Wiseman last year for the Warriors.
Yeah.
Second overall pick. Did he really pan out? Has he really done good? That's a question. But then you also see guys like Ayton and Giannis. It's big men that help their team reach the finals. So Who knows?
There was that, and I talked about that on the first episode when it became Nathan Burnett, and I said people underestimate the importance of big men. And then, like, I kind of roasted your Rockets, and I was like, that's why Rockets small ball doesn't fucking work at all.
No, it doesn't. You can't put a 6'5" PJ Tucker at center and expect him to guard guys like Embiid, Jokic, and AD.
Have you seen Motown Noah's video where he talks about he asked his Twitter for NBA rules, and they all come up with, like, stupid answers?
No.
One of them was replace the rule for the amount of players on the court with the amount of height you're allowed. And so the person that like made the rule gave an example. He was like, so we allow 7 3-foot people play 3 Joel Embiids.
Oh god. I mean, that was pretty much basketball back in the 50s. I mean, wasn't it?
Yeah. Here I got a comment here. It's so they posted a picture of the retro logo, saying their caption said something like the good old days. And somebody commented saying, "Ah, yes, you're right. The good old days when we drafted forwards and centers and not 99 guards." And it has like almost 200 likes.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what the game is now. It's just guards, guards, guards.
Yeah.
And it's just the ability to shoot.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, you just saw Giannis win Finals MVP. DeAndre Ayton was, he helped lead his team to the finals. Nikola Jokic, MVP. Joel Embiid, right behind him. You know, big men are still very much needed. And although we have, the Rockets have someone there to draft, Evan Mobley, but I think like Kendrick Perkins said, this guy might be the next T-Mac.
Yeah, so that talks about something we talked about on Plus 71, which is the league is becoming more offensive than defensive, and where it's like all about guards and stuff like that. And because of that, it's kind of circling back around. Like, it's kind of doing like this life cycle thing where it's like, because the NBA has become way more offense than defense, the people that are using defense are like coming out on top, like Giannis with the blocks, Drew Holiday's with the steals, because other teams aren't doing that. And so other teams are picking up on that and being like, okay, well, we need to focus on defense rather than offense. And now it's going back to defense. And then I have a feeling it'll go back to offense. And then it's just like a cycle, because like you need somebody that can defend this new superior offense, so you get a superior defense. But then you need a superior offense to break the superior defense, so it becomes more offensive again. And then to break that offense, superior offense, again, you need a superior defense, and it just kind of goes in a circle.
Yeah, because I mean, you look at the future. What is the future? It's Zion Williamson, power forward.
Yeah.
It's Evan Mobley, center. It's next year Chet Holmgren, Paolo Banchero, and Jokic is still young. Giannis is still young.
Yeah.
Ayton's coming into his own. You're gonna have to go back to that. And shoot, look at Milwaukee. Look where it led them. Look where having a great big man led them. The winners of the NBA Finals.
Yeah. So this
actually,
is something.
Hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
before
good.
we actually continue forward, one thing I really did want to talk to you about is, I don't know if you've heard that rumor, but apparently Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan are planning on teaming up in Los Angeles for the Lakers next season.
I haven't heard that, but I don't know how true that is. I know the
apparently really true.
I know the Spurs were like, let me go to Trending NBA. They have most of the trade stuff. DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry are interested in the Lakers. Fuck. Okay.
Man, LeBron recruiting, and then apparently LeBron wants to recruit CP3. LeBron wants to trade for Westbrook. It's like,
yeah, but he can't do all of those at the same time. He needs to fucking choose a lane.
Yeah, and now my question is, out of those three scenarios, which one do you think happens? Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan come to the Lakers, Chris Paul comes to the Lakers, or Westbrook comes to the Lakers?
Are you asking which one I think is the best, or which one I think is the most likely to happen?
Most likely, because I know the best would probably be CP3, because his IQ and going to the finals recently, that's probably the best for them. But which one do you think is the most likely?
I think the most likely to happen would be Westbrook. I think.
See, that's hard to me.
Because he's on the Wizards, and like the Wizards have been losing, so I think there's they have to give up less to get Westbrook than two players or CP3.
Well, see, for me, it's harder to get Westbrook because of his contract. He's still under contract, and
yeah,
you can convince DeMar DeRozan to take the minimum, kind of like how Blake Griffin and LaMarcus Aldridge did. You can convince him and Lowry to say, "Hey, you want to win a ring? join us for the minimum. Come with us, we'll win a championship, and you can have rings.
Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about the trade rumors later. What I was gonna say, like, some players in this draft we haven't gotten to see at their most extreme because 2020 March Madness didn't happen. So do you think that had there been a March Madness, anybody would be moved around? Like Jalen Green would be above Cade Cunningham, since Jalen Green keeps saying he should have been the number one or yada yada, or like
Well, see, that's a
anybody
hard
that's
thing,
too
too.
high that like could be a bust.
To me, the guy with the most bust potential, like near the top, is Kuminga. He went to the G League Ignite. Because it's also hard too. It's like, if we had March Madness back, do guys like Jalen Green, do guys like Jonathan Kuminga, do they still go to the G League to get paid, or do they
Yeah.
stick it out in college?
Yeah, exactly.
And to me, if Green and Kuminga had gone, I think Green would be the number one pick, because it's like you're on the G League, and you have a team there of other college players who wanted to get paid, but everyone there is trying to outshine one another so that their draft stock goes higher, so that they're getting better money when that rookie contract comes time. So Jalen Green might have balled out, but how good was the chemistry there, really? Or was it just a bunch of guys trying to, outshine one another? So who knows? Maybe with college, it's more chemistry.
Yeah.
Maybe you're looking at Jalen Green going to a team where it's better for him, and maybe he gets to shine more.
So
But then you have guys like Jalen Suggs, who, Gonzaga was, killing it until they lost.
yeah. So like I talked about it goes back to like the defense versus offense thing. I think that the more time people play in college, the better defensive players they are, because like like if you look at any college game, like they play defense, versus in the NBA it's like who can score the most the fastest again. So like you go to like Evan Mobley, and Evan Mobley has like he's averaging like 5 blocks a game. And then
the dude's killing it. He's a unicorn big.
yeah. And then like I hope he continues that in the NBA, but like if he goes into the NBA, like is like there's a chance, like does he start getting lazy and just try and score, and then he's like has like 1 or 2 blocks a game, or
Well, see, for me, honestly, I kind of think the opposite. I kind of think that the college, for them, college was more about offense, because it's a shorter 3-point line. The college 3-point line is much different than the NBA 3-point line. But then you had guys like Jalen Green and Kuminga. They're going against other G League teams, so they're going against some NBA talent.
Yeah. So that goes into and we can talk more about the draft, but I want to focus on one player, because you said Jalen Green or Evan Mobley. I think Evan Mobley, I've looked at some of his highlights. I think Evan Mobley is on track to be another great big guy, like LeBron, Giannis, like that level. I really do think that.
Yeah, I don't blame you for thinking that. The guy he can guard any position. He can guard. He could shoot. He can shoot from deep. He's a great defender, a great playmaker, and that's not something you really see from 7-foot players.
Yeah. Well, like, or go
uh-huh.
ahead. My bad. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
And the only reason that I'm not Jalen Green, I'm not an Evan Mobley guy, is because I looked at Wiseman last year, and he didn't really do well, but he was considered like the best big man. He was considered a unicorn big man. But And on top of that, both of these guys are super skinny. You know, will they hold up? I know Giannis bulked up, but
Yeah.
you know, not everyone can bulk up like Giannis and keep it going.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to get into. Is like, if you look at Evan Mobley's highlights, look at what he's doing versus what Giannis is doing. They're like the exact same. Evan Mobley's getting double, triple, quad teamed on a drive, and he just goes through the paint and dunks it as if there's 0 people on him, and that's exactly what Giannis did in the finals. Giannis is getting like double, triple teamed, like quad teamed even, and Giannis is like, whatever, and still just like dunks it as if like has no defense on him, and like that's what Evan Mobley's doing in college too. And then you look at old Giannis or draft Giannis versus present Giannis and how much he's bulked up. And I said that Evan Mobley's biggest weakness is that he's like super skinny right now, and I don't know how well his game will transition to the NBA with him being as skinny as he is. But if he starts going to the gym or going to the weight room and starts bulking up like Giannis did, then he'll do exactly what Giannis did, bulk up, and then be able to like just straight up like brute force his way. Yeah, like brute force his way through like 5 defenders and just through the paint, you know. So I legitimately think that if Evan Mobley bulks up, you can compare his game to Giannis's.
Yeah, and that's really just like, man, it's really intriguing.
Yeah.
And that's why, honestly, like, if come Thursday we draft Evan Mobley at 2, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna get me an Evan Mobley jersey. If we draft Jalen Green at 2,
I wouldn't blame you.
I'm gonna get me a Jalen Green jersey.
I wouldn't blame you. I would much rather have Evan Mobley though. And like, dude, I know we said we're gonna try to do live reactions together on Thursday to the draft. If not, then I'm just gonna do it on my own. It is what it is. But like, if the Spurs do draft another guard, I'm going to like throw something and walk out of the room. It's like, dude, how many times? Like, I literally like I was doing the off-season to-do list, right? I looked up the Spurs roster. You have 12 players on an NBA team. Like 7 or 8 of our 12 are guards.
Just guards that play small forward to guards.
Yeah, exactly.
Guards that play power forward.
And the last 4 are like Rudy Gay and DeMar DeRozan. And then
who was also a guard at Toronto.
Yeah. And then and like Rudy Gay is like one of 4 big guys. And then you have like 2 of them that are centers that I don't even remember. I don't even remember their names because they're so shit. And like, and then like the 4th one, I don't remember. I don't think we have a single power forward. I think we have. Isn't Rudy Gay a small forward or no?
Yeah, Rudy Gay is a small forward.
Yeah, we don't have a single power forward on our team out of 12 players. We don't have one.
Hey. Maybe you go out and convince Tyson Chandler, or what you call it, JaVale McGee. Dude,
you have no idea how mad I was. So I was looking at trade rumors, and one of them said like that the Spurs want to package DeMar DeRozan for Kyle Kuzma and Ben Simmons. I was like, not only is that 2 more guards, that's 2 of like the worst guards in the league.
To me, Ben Simmons is always more of a power forward than a point guard. And
yeah,
he's a 6'8", 6'9" point guard.
Yeah,
but I mean, Kyle Kuzma's like a 6'6" power forward. I mean, and then on top of that, Kuzma is delusional as hell. You know, he's
Kuzma
out here
should
saying,
be on the
I
Sharks.
Still think, yeah. He says, he said that he believes that he's on the level of Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really?
Did you see that he was like, I think I could, what was the quote? I think he said something like, if I tried hard enough, I could score 25 points in an All-Star game. And I was like, no, you can't, dude. No. I was like, dude, you should be on, like, the Shanghai Sharks. Like,
But at the same time, if anyone can get his like head straight, if anyone can really unlock that potential, it's Greg Popovich.
yeah, I don't know.
That's another reason why it might be a good fit. Because I mean, if anyone can really get this guy good, it's arguably the greatest coach of all time. It's Greg Popovich.
Yeah. Dude, that must be so weird. Like in the Olympics, like you coach Patty Mills for I don't know how many years. Like, cause Patty Mills played with like Tim Duncan and stuff. You coach Patty Mills for this long time, and then you go into the Olympics, and Patty Mills is dropping like 30 on your head with Australia.
He's been playing great. It's actually been enjoyable to see him play.
I've been saying for years that people underestimate Patty Mills, and nobody believed me because they were like, "Oh, Patty Mills isn't an all-star." But it's like,
I mean, at the same time, you had guys like T.J. Warren. Arguably in the bubble, in the NBA playoff bubble, T.J. Warren was the best player out there. T.J. Warren was absolutely killing it. But you go here now, and T.J. Warren, although he's still good, he's not this 35-point per game monster that he was in the bubble.
Yeah, we need to start starting Patty Mills, dude. We don't like Patty Mills is a veteran player that played with Tim Duncan, but he's not in our starting five, and I don't fucking understand why.
Yeah, it beats me too, man.
Alright, do you have anything else for like the draft, or like I'm trying to think of like what else I could talk about today? Because like I even said like at the start of this that like this is probably gonna be a shorter episode because I don't have as much to talk about as I usually do. But
yeah, now I'm gonna have to like disappear in a bit too. One thing that I probably talk about is I mean, we already talked about the where the free agents are going. The Lakers free agency rumors. I know. I guess we want to do a quick thing. I could pop off some names of players that might be moving teams. You can give me like where they might be going.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, we have trade rumors too. So I'll go through players that say like what they're gonna get traded, and you say who you think where you think they're gonna go to, and I'll tell you what team they said that they might be going to. So first off,
you can also just give me who you think they could go to too. We can also just.
Oh, okay.
Let's go for it.
I thought we were gonna do like rapid fire, and I was gonna say a name and you say a team, but.
Yeah, we'll go rapid fire if you want.
All right, Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal, Boston Celtics.
Yep, it says he's rather signed with Celtics than Golden State. CP3, he's in free agency.
That's I think he's gonna sell out. He's gonna go to the Lakers.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. It depends on how much money they want to give him and how well they can get that trade. Kyle Kuzma.
The Shanghai Sharks.
Yeah. Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook. He's so hard because the thing is like, this is his third team in 4 years. Russell Westbrook. I think that he's going to be one of the last players traded, and he ends up going to the Knicks.
Russell Westbrook on the Knicks, bro? What?
Yeah,
with D Rose? Oh shit!
Because the Knicks are going to want to go after either Beal, Damian Lillard, and I think they're going to miss out on everyone, and they're going to be like, okay, we'll send you Kevin Knox and Mitchell Robinson, and we'll take on Russell Westbrook's contract.
Yeah. All right, Damian Lillard.
Oh, Damian Lillard. I would absolutely love to see Damian Lillard on the Denver Nuggets. Him and Jokic and like either Bol Bol or Michael Porter Jr. Absolutely perfect.
Oh, this one actually kind of excites me. DeMar DeRozan.
If CP3 signs back with the Suns, him and Kyle Lowry are going to LA, and they're going to go back with the guy who used to beat him a bunch in the
It said DeMar DeRozan. The Spurs may trade DeMar DeRozan for Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. Imagine Dame as a Spur.
And it has to be a lot more than DeMar DeRozan. But if you did do that, if the Spurs decided, we're gonna fleece everyone and we're gonna go for it all,
Yeah.
Dame, CJ, and just keep getting a lot of more players once you have more cap. Shoot,
Yeah.
with Greg Popovich leading the team, that might be nice.
All right. Here's one that we can meme about because they're Sacramento Kings. De'Aaron Fox and Marvin Bagley III.
Marvin Bagley, come on down, get your airport tickets, and you're going to the Shanghai Sharks.
Nah, dude, Marvin Bagley's good. He's just playing on the Kings is his problem.
Oh, I mean, shoot, that might be a problem for everyone. Look at DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah.
But De'Aaron Fox, honestly, I kind of think De'Aaron Fox is kind of good. He could be sneaky good on a good team.
It says, quote, this is from Trending NBA, quote, the 76ers consider De'Aaron Fox a starting point in Ben Simmons trade talks.
That might be nice, give Joel Embiid, and that's also the Sixers. That also might be another place where I'd love to see Damian Lillard go to. But De'Aaron Fox there too. I mean, the dude's extremely fast, can actually shoot. That'd give Joel Embiid, something.
Yeah, dude, that'd be fucking nuts. Miles Turner, I think it's pretty obvious. The Warriors.
Houston? Houston. That'd be nice.
Oh. Ooh, now we get into the boy band, and I hope you know what I mean by that. Take a while to guess who I mean by boy band.
The boy band. If I had to guess, I'd say Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green.
No, the boy band is the Nets because they're breaking up like a boy band.
Oh, to me, honestly, I don't see anyone getting traded. I think that it's just too much.
I think a bunch of people are getting traded. Spencer Dinwiddie is interested in going to the Lakers. Kyrie's leaving. Blake Griffin's trying to leave. The only person that's gonna be left is KD. Harden's trying to. I think it's trying to leave. Like literally, the only person that's gonna be left is KD. You spent all this time. You spent all this time and spent so many draft picks and players to build this super team. Yeah, you sacrificed your entire future to build this super team, and then when Kevin Durant's shoe size are 2 sizes too big, you decided nah, fuck it, we're going back to the drawing board and just destroying everything. He's muted. All right. He had to leave. All right. Well, seems like Fernando's gone. I wish we could have gotten more out of him, but he said sorry I had to bounce. Yeah, I think the Brooklyn Nets as a boy band are splitting up. I really don't. I think it really sucks as a Nets fan because it's like you built this super team and you spent so much, you put so much into it, and then it doesn't work out for 1 year, and then your GM is like, okay, we're scrapping that. It's like you already gave up so much, just see it out like 1 more year. But yeah. Now this is one that scares me. Bobby Portis, the Bucks need to re-sign him, but Bobby Portis said he might do free agency because he's getting more money that way, but Chris Paul may go to the Mavs instead of the Lakers. Russell Westbrook we talked about already. And that's all I really got for trade rumors. And I don't have anything else on the list, guys. So with that being said, or actually no, I do have something. We should have done it while Fernando was here. But if y'all remember the bird from Plus 71, me and Fernando finally came up with the name for it. We're gonna call it Lamar because that's the school that I used to go to, that me and Fernando met at, and where the podcast started. so we're gonna call it Lamar. And yeah, and also I know audio listeners won't be able to see, but I want to show y'all something funny real quick. So, like, this wasn't intentional at all, but, like, it's perfect. It's, like, the perfect size. Oh, he fell off. It's, like, it's so perfect. So, yeah. Also, if you are listening this far into the podcast and you're not subscribed already, please subscribe, guys. I know that's really cliche to say, like, ask people to subscribe. But at the time of recording this, we're so close to like 100 subs. Like we're literally on 98. So like 2 more people need to subscribe and we'll hit 100. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and as well, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or anything like that, please be sure to pass the podcast around if you enjoy it. Get some more listeners up in here, because the more listeners we get, the more money we can put into the podcast, better mics, better webcams, etc. Make it better for you guys, more entertaining, and I'm sure y'all would enjoy that. So with that being said, that's Nathan Bunnett.